Hey man. How this works? Oh no. Yeah, just testing stuff here, and already I've got issues. Not working like I hoped it would. Just testing stuff here, and already I've got issues. Not working like I hoped it would. Ah, okay. Um. Do you have any idea why I see if I... Yeah, I think it's to do with exposure. Depending on what filter you've got on, you have to really lower the exposure on some post-processing filters for VR. I don't know if you can hear me, but yeah. Have you tried using the specific VR one for Soul? I'm just trying out this new Horizon one. Just seeing if the filter looks any good on its own. But I should be able to look up and see chat, but that ain't working. It was working. Not anymore. Okay. Everything's a bit messed up at the moment. So many things on the go here. Surprised if this works at all. Right, let me try something. Spawn new window. Gosh, this is not going well. Right, let's come out of the shadow course. Right. That was an appalling mess. Right. I couldn't see that in oh, that's annoying. The whole point is I should be able to look up and that I can see chat and whatnot. But it didn't work for some reason. Oh man, I sent the index back. I mean, I did have a little issue where the screen door sort of really highlighted when you moved, but I just didn't like the LCD, I'll be honest with you. Especially I had to go at Skyrim, and with all the mods I've got on there in VR, you know, I walk in the forest at night. In this, is just amazing, and in the index, you know, it was just a washed out grey mess. I love this headset with the lens mod. I just wish it had a bigger field of view. Otherwise, everything about it's brilliant. Alright, it could have less screen door, but I'm quite happy with it. But with the lens mod, you've got edge-to-edge clarity, nearly. No glare at all. I found the best thing to do with the index is don't race at night, and that sort of alleviates the problem somewhat. Well, why didn't this work in I bet it's to do with the full screen thing. Right, here's the thing. I had to run AC at the moment in full screen, it seems. If I run it windowed like I prefer to, every 6 seconds I get a stutter. But in full screen I don't. I don't know what that's about. I'll try it. I'll try it now. Didn't get a great frame rate there. I have got OBS obviously running and OVR toolkit and yeah, I think my computer's gonna basically crap itself. Right, let me just try. Right, no. Not windowed. And let's do 1920 by 1080. Right, let's try that. Yeah, I've got all my usual VR settings on here, and I'm just going to try out this Horizon PP filter. I'm not doing. If you do the presets, obviously it just puts everything so high that that's going to struggle. Right, so I can see that now. The screen door when moving in the index has been fixed. Yeah, that's good. That's awesome, because that really bugged me. But that aside, would I have kept it anyway? I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. Also, the audio. The audio is brilliant. Yeah, I've got loads of things running, man. So obviously, I'll have the game, Steam VR, Sim Commander, the motion platform, OVR toolkit, OBS. Yeah. Yeah, but obviously you got the speakers hanging down, which are great on the index, except if you've got a motion seat, they're useless. I need something that covers my ears, you know, at least goes on the ears. So that was another thing. And yeah, you can take them off, but they're one of the big selling points of the index. And you know, you're just losing them. I don't really want to put another pair of cans on. Right, let's just try starting the game, see what happens this time. Where's my mouse pointer? There it is. Right. Don't need these. Oh, that hasn't helped. No, it's not there. Why isn't it there? Don't get it. I don't get this. The whole point of OVR Toolkit is you can have windows open in the VR world. And it works fine in the VR home, but not here. Strange. Am I still getting the 6-second stutter? See, what I do is I bring this up. Settings, developer. Oop, that one. And about every 6 seconds, and 1, 2, 4. Yeah, look, when that gets to the end, which is about 6 seconds, it usually stutters again. That's why I'm moving. That big spike. I assume you can see that. Can you see that? I don't know. Let's have a look if you can see it. No, you can't. Yeah, you can see the timing thing. Oh, great. It's covered by the chat. I don't get that from running in full screen for some reason. Or if I've clicked off of it. Like I have now. That's weird as well. If I click back on, comes back. That's weird. Right, so I can't actually see any chat at the moment. It's a case of lifting up the headset. See if anyone said anything. Let's get rid of this frame timing. I just want to see what this filter, PP filter looks like. Right, let's get that there. Turn on the Buttkicker because it feels weird not having it on. Oh good, now I've got pedals going mental, everything's going wrong. That's a simple fix. Usually turn them off and on. Yeah, there we go. Doesn't happen very often. Right, let's just move. It's hard to really tell if the PP filter is better. I haven't gone back to back. I think it looks more natural. Got this car, man. I'm driving the Enterprise. It's not called the long hood for nothing. Look at it. The front bumper's in a different time zone. Awesome, awesome car, though. I'm going to come out of this in a second and see if my little window thing works in anything else. Let me just change time. I just want to see what the PP filter looks like. Some other times. Back, let's whack it up. super high speed. Get that mouse pointer out of the way. The sun's gonna come flying up. Does look awesome. Yeah, I think this Horizon's PP filter, without doing the presets as well. Oh shit, I wasn't watching. I think it does look better. This car is the it's VRC, isn't it? Yeah, VRC prototype. I think it's a PV long hood. There's the sun behind me. Who put all this cloud on? That'd be me. Well, let's jump it on a bit. There we go. Super fast sunset. I'm sure the mouse pointer used to disappear better than it does now. Get out of the way. I think it looks more real. I do think one of the big keys to looking more real in a sim is desaturated grass. Some sims, I think AMS2, Project Cars 2, the grass can be so bright green. Oh man, look at that. Yeah, awesome. Same as the flickering light thing, that's just, I don't think there's any avoiding that in this game engine. But yeah, flipping awesome. Right, I'm getting out of this. VR is just... VR is where it's at. You know, I'd played driving games since, you know, I was a kid. I didn't really get into simming, you know, until VR, really, until the first Vive. I got that. That was it. Got that play seat challenge, and then, Jesus, this all happened. Right, if I put this on now. See, there it is. I can see that. I assume you can see that. I can see it. You should be able to see it. This window pop up here. That is annoying. Alright, let's try another game. Maybe it's just a set of Corsa. Let's load up. Close. Actually didn't have Sim Commander running. Yeah. It's best not to think about the money, really. Oh my god, this guy mental looking at it. Okay. Well, that clarifies you can see what I see there. To infinity and beyond. Right, let's try, I don't even know if I need all this open. Yeah, that's it. I went round my brother's, he had a Vive before me, the original Vive. And he must have had Project Cars 1. What did he? I mean, I instantly ordered a Vive. And, yeah, Project Cars 1. I don't think I even had a set of course before having that, before having the Vive. I don't think I did. Yeah, play seat, and I had the G920 before the play seat, just attached to my desk, you know, as you do. But let's try, bring up the motion platform. Let's put it on some Mobilister 2. Try that. I get lost on what I've got. So many bleeding things to click on. Library, Mobilister 2. Hey, oh. Right, let's see if this works. Well, it's not there at the moment. I think I've gone beyond the 2-hour mark for getting a refund. Faffing about with that thing. Should be there, shouldn't it? Like if I press, oh god. I press F8, it goes into, what the heck? Have you got to do it per app or something? Can I use, I don't think I can use Vive ones in here, can I? Oh no, I can, right, so I can. Maybe you got to do it per app. So I can grab this window. No. Window settings. Window list. Those are windows. Spawn new window. Right, put that up there. Sorry, I keep hitting the mic. It's gonna be annoying for you. Bear with me. Window settings, switch window, desktop 2. Ah, I can see chat now and whatnot. Good looking games with source changing. Ah, Half-Life Alex. You know what? I haven't finished Half-Life Alex. I am so near the end, I believe. I've been putting off doing it. I don't want to finish it because when you finish it, where do you go from there? There's nothing else, really. I mean, I've got Asgard's Wrath to finish. I've already done Boneworks, but Yeah, I'm looking forward. Someone has got to do a complete remake of Half-Life 1 and 2 with the Alex. You know, people are managing mods anyway, but hopefully if the proper SDK comes out, I mean, someone's going to do it, let's be honest, it's going to happen. That's going to be awesome. I mean, ideally Valve should do it, or support people doing it, help people doing it. Right, how was I going to do this? And this is just... This program, I know it's in early access, but it's a bit all buggy and whatnot. Frame rate. That's better. Stability. Hide when not looking at it. Yep, that's good. Opacity. Opacity, I can't pronounce it. And crop. You want it about 40. Right, hurrah. I mean, I could. Really, I don't even need all of it, but that'll do. Good, making it smaller. Yeah, I haven't done any yet. Any mods. I want to finish the game. Otherwise, sod's law, I'll come across something that spoils it. I'm going to finish it before I... Have you done any of them? Are they all just like wave shooters or whatever? Right, that's good like that. So now... I don't even need it that high up. Oh, I'm not going to look up there while I'm driving. So in theory, I just click that and that's it. Save the preset. I don't know. Done that before, but maybe it's per app. I would have thought you just do different presets for each app, but there we go. Got to pin the window. No, let's do that again. Close it. Right, hurrah! Get rid of those. Right, good. Yeah, I just assume I didn't really, as I said, I haven't watched any videos on them yet. I don't really want to look up anything about Alex. But yeah, just even from thumbnails, I thought, oh, that's some sort of wave thing. But even doing that, the people have done that without an SDK, as far as I know, it hasn't been released. So that's awesome. Save my suede. Right. Multiplayer, anything going on? Wow. This is populated. Montreal. I don't know Montreal, do I? No, don't believe I do. GT5, I like that. That new car was awesome. Tell you how long it's got left. I didn't want to join, but qualifying 30 minutes. Yeah, but how long's it got left? Does it not tell you? That's no good. You want to jump in and find out there's 30 seconds left. I don't even want to do multiplayer anyway, do I? It's knackered. An issue most of. Have you got in Simucube? Have you got any of the filters on? So what do I have? Hang on. Yeah, so do you have any damping, friction or inertia on? I always have. I find it's a bit more realistic and smooth things out in Simucube. I'm, Simucube 1 here. And the other filters, damping a 1%, friction 1%, and inertia 2.5. That's not just me that's done that. I've seen other simmers doing it as well. That's... Well, I think my what is going on with that? My little thing, my well, that's dead anyway now. It's not working. The stream's still running, but my OVR toolkit has frozen. That's useful. I'm gonna have to find another solution. I get why people who do streams, well, people like Gamer Muscle, doesn't bother with VR because it's just a nightmare. Why is this not working? I don't want to drive not in VR. Yeah, that's something rather wrong with it. Frozen. Try once more. Go away. Grab it. Stick it up here. Window. Desktop 2. That's frozen on there. Still frozen. What was that possible? But then it's getting the mouse pointer on it. What? It's just the video that's frozen? Hey. Ah, hey, full house. Yeah, it is many menus. Look, this is an absolute nightmare, to be honest with you. This thing's frozen. The idea was that as I'm driving around, you look up, that window would disappear. When you look up, it appears. I can get that to work, but it's now just frozen like that, and it didn't work in the set, of course, at all. Might mean it was a waste of money. Right, let's close it and reopen it. Yeah, give that a go. I think the inertia is put a bit of inertia on, and that should stop your the oscillation. Just think about it, really. Your steering wheel shouldn't just, like, you can just about see it on the camera. Mine doesn't freely spin. In real life, you know, they don't, do they? It's not that stiff, you know. I can easily turn it, but it's not like, you know, if you have nothing on, you can just sort of hit it and let it spin a little bit. Right, what was I doing? Let's just try turning on that overlay one more time. OVR toolkit. So when I tested it earlier, I thought, brilliant, I can just launch it, that's job done. Never have to fiddle with it. No. Grab both controllers, double grip. Alright, it's back alive. Basically, I don't need a curve. Leave it on eco mode. Hide when not looking at it. Give it smaller. Hey Paul, cheers. Thank you for popping by this mess of a test. Nothing's really gone right so far, but you know. I mean, and it might be in games. Some games are known for having oscillation more than others, but that was the general cure that I found. One last thing, bit of a crop. Move it like that. In it. Lock the preset. Right. I do feel like I could do with a good old-fashioned format on my computer. You know, had so much installed and uninstalled. I swear I'm getting more stutters than I used to in VR, but I've got so many stuff modded and whatnot that it's just a logistical nightmare. Oh, I thought it was all working then. The chat, right, that thing, can you see what I'm looking at? Yeah, that thing at the top was working. And as soon as I clicked on Automobilista 2 as the main window, that's killed it. It's frozen again, just frozen. Oh my god. So what is the point of this bit of software? I'll contact the I'll contact the dev. Anyone else? What do anyone else here use for keeping an eye on chat or whatnot if you're in VR? Anyone here doing that? Oh, hello. Well, I mean, that is the... I've got the old OVR drop, but the newer version's meant to be much better. The 20 Newton meter SimCube one. It's more than enough. I don't know why I got the 28. Ridiculous. I mean, no one runs it. What am I running it at? About 7 to 8? It's still enough to hurt you. More than enough. Oh, high-tech system will flick up the headset and look at the screen every once in a while. Yeah, I tried that, but even that crashed. My arm would just freeze, and I just had to reset myself. It's pain. Yeah, that's, people say they feel smoother, but you know, unless you're side by side. You know, I even toyed with the idea of would I at some point upgrade to the SimCube 2. Why am I thinking that? No, it might, yes, it might actually be better, but really, it's pointless. I mean, it's all overkill, isn't it? Let's be honest. I was slightly gutted by all that. I thought that would work. Maybe OBS is messing with it and stuff. I'll have to try it later without OBS running. That could be it, maybe. Well, even if that is it, not a lot I can do about it. Yeah. Very true. Yeah, I'm toying with getting a 3D printer now. I don't know, me and my brother keep saying how neither of us got one by now. I don't know. Should have one. Can't believe I haven't. But that's a whole minefield of what one you buy and learning all the ins and outs of one of them. I'm not sure where I'd put it. Where you able to get the initial screen running? Me? I can get the only thing I can't get running is that OVR toolkit seems to be the issue. Freezing. Oh, let's try without. Let me try it without cropping or anything. Maybe that's what messed it up. Start it again. The Ender 3. Yeah, I was looking at that. Is that the one that's got the different versions? The Ender 3 Pro, I think I was looking at. There's a little bit more. I think I'd be happy to spend maybe up to like 500 on one, maybe. I mean, I don't really want to. Anything that I sometimes wish I could print that. They're not really detailed. You know, you see people doing examples of like Eiffel Towers and stuff. I don't care about any of that. It's stuff I would do would be chunky stuff, more like, you know, casings for things and whatnot. So I'd be more interested in volume over, you know, how detailed it can be. If that makes sense. Glass bed and new springs. See, I don't know what any of that is. I don't know what you're talking about, unfortunately. See, that's what I mean. I'd have to learn the whole thing. Yeah, button plate. See, that's the sort of thing I'd want to build, you know, button plates and stuff like that. Where you basically building boxes and shapes. Oh, the ultimate. I mean, really? It's like, isn't it getting on double the price? Like the jump from the SimCube 2 basic, don't know what it's called, the basic one, to the pros, like a couple of £100, and seems like it's worth it. Like, I think they know a lot of people are just going to plumb for the SimCube 2 Pro. But the Ultimate, I mean, what you're getting with that, I mean, really, how is it going to be better? If you had a blindfold on and you went from one to the other, not a blindfold, that'd be shit, wouldn't it? You wouldn't be able to try a VR headset, so you can't see what your steering wheel is, and went from one to the other several times, mixed them around. How many people are going to be able to go, right, I know which one is which out of the three? And even with a SimCube 1. What? I was going to just try it again. Yeah, AMS2, I hope they sort out this multiplayer issue. I can't. What is the point of playing multiplayer? There's quite a few people in there, but you get close to another car and that's it. That's my phone. If you can hear that, do you know what that theme tune's from? It's from an awesome film. That might have come out crap if you heard it at all. I've got a little fan on here blowing down. I'm trying not to have it on the microphone. How does it sound? You can't hear the alright, awesome, cheers. Yeah, I've messed around with odd settings and the quite a bit. The phone was loud though, ah. Oh, thank you. That's good to know. Cheers. Do you did you hear the ringtone? You know what it's from? Nothing recent. Right, OVR toolkit. It was from Fargo, the movie. Which if you haven't seen, you should see. If you haven't seen the TV series of Fargo, you should see. It's fantastic. I've got another idea. I'm gonna make this full screen. Right. Hasn't worked yet. Shouldn't there be a preset there? Right, desktop one. Go away. Spawn new window. Hang on, why can't I grab it? What? What? Ah, and now I can. No. Which window? I mean, that's running fine. If only I could. Now, for some reason, I can't grab it and move it. I could before. Something's happened. Oh, wow. Thank you. Powell, is it? First ever subscriber that's popped up on my stream, and that worked. Awesome. Cheers. Right, I'm going to close window. Spawn another one. See if I can move that one. Oh, I don't know what's going on. Should be able to move it. I could before. Or is it because of that it's locked? Ah. Oh. Aha. Get a bit smaller. I'm off to play some Xbox with the lads. Have a good stream. Cheers, mate. Thank you for popping by. Appreciate that. And yeah, try out those filters if you're still here. I don't know if you're still here. Try out those filters and see if that oscillation goes away. What are you playing on Xbox? Well, I think so far. Right, let's see if it freezes now when I click the mouse. Modern Warfare. Nice, I haven't played that in ages actually. The new one. I haven't even tried that new Battle Royale mode. Alright, enjoy. Cheers. Right, let's see if it freezes now when I click Automobilista 2. It hasn't. Get in. Right. Sorry. Virginia, I don't know it really. I guess that's already in a race. That's on practice still. Let's just join it. No, I thought it was F3. Oh, there we go. Waiting. Ah, okay. Happening here. Racing? Are they racing? So they're in practice. Oh, okay. No, yeah, they're in practice. Hey? Okay. Sprint race at Donington. Right, let's get into that. Lots of things to sort out. What how loud is that music? Now I don't know if there's anyone still here. I might be talking to myself. I really should have something that tells me, shouldn't I? Let's turn that off then. How you find the driving experience name S2? I'm charging only. Right. It's pretty good. I mean, first of all, I'll say I On the whole, I enjoyed Project Cars 2. I enjoy it. I'm not saying it's the best sim in the world, but in VR, this is quite loud. In VR, you know, it's an awesome VR experience, as is this. Everything, menus and everything works great in VR. The driving experience, I think is pretty good. I like it. There are some issues. The force feedback, I don't know if you're following, if you're on the beta in the forum, they did release an update to the force feedback. They had issues with it and they reverted, but hopefully this week, maybe, yeah, actually it might be, oh, it might be tonight or tomorrow. They usually update the beta, and then Friday or Saturday the release version gets updated. I hope they supposedly have the whole new force feedback rolled out. I quite like it. Visually, it looks pretty good in VR, man. It just performs well in VR, that's the thing. And as good as AC looks, you do come into this and think it does look more modern visually in VR. And it's got the whole weather and stuff. I don't know, I quite like it. You know, I hope one day some studio is going to make a sim from the ground up, game engine and all. A game engine built for the sim they're making. We're probably a long way from that, and that's a lot of money going to be involved. But I think that's what we need, because it seems like there's nothing new anymore, you know. A set of course competency only based on like Unreal, and that's awful in VR. I have to run it with motion smoothing, which is terrible, but it's playable. Nothing really new, you know. Valve, let's just Valve. Can Valve make a sim? Job done. Half-Life Racing, that'll do. Is this it? Well, there's two of us in here. Wow, okay. Right, let's just go. Oh my lord, the Buttkicker. Oh, the game is really loud. And for some reason, the buttons on here don't do anything at the moment. It's really loud. I think this works though. Yeah. Right, this is a weird combination of a Formula style, well, you know, not a round rim. It doesn't centre you as well. It's not quite centre. You have to sort of manipulate. But with a it's not a round rim at all, and it's got sequential. So I'll put in my Aiologs. There we go. Yeah, the what actually quite annoys me about that is see, I quite like this. You can sort of feel most sims don't get this right. Not that it really matters being at a standstill, that it's a bit of a struggle to turn the wheel and it just stays there. Some of them spring about a little bit. I mean, not that that really matters. But yeah, what you're saying about the corners, what bugs me about that is it feels to me like, Jesus, the force feedback's strong. Feels like the AI doesn't. The AI looks planted all the time, and you're sliding around all over the place. You know, it's like you're on an ice rink and you're the only one wearing trainers. I got... What world movement have I got on? One thing that bugs me about having a motion seat, I love it, I wouldn't be without it. But you really need to have the view locked to car, otherwise it doesn't really work quite right. But that means the world around you can shake around a little bit. Eh? Alright, I was in iRacing earlier and it's on the other layout of Dono. Wasn't expecting to do that. Yeah, the shadows, like, watch the shadows go by, they're such low resolution. But they're so expensive to put them high. Like, look at them there. This is a weird car. No, I can't. I've got a... It's horrible. The car is rotating more than me. I've got to do it. Duration. I think 0 I want. I can't remember. It's either 0 or 100. Yeah, exactly. It's all about the immersion. How loud is this gear shifting? I'm just gonna... That's me going up and down the gears. How loud is the physical gear shifter to you? As I stall it. Another thing that kills the immersion a little bit in AMS2 is the driver models. And they have repeatedly said they're just placeholders from Project Cars 2 at the moment. They're all going to be redone. And some of the cars haven't even got windows yet. Rain comes through. I've just got no wipers or lights. But, yeah, that's hopefully all to come. Oh, I'm going the wrong way again. It's a right. It's a right. Actually performing not too bad with obs running, although there's no one else on track. I've seemed to have scared everyone off. I need less force feedback. Tell you what bugs me about them. There's things I think will never come about from using this engine. On open wheelers, in the rain, no rain hits your face in VR. Or dirt. I don't think that'll ever be added. It's a shame. I don't think... No matter what race you're doing or how long it is, I don't think any dirt accumulates on the screen. I think the screen can have a bit more on it. All too often it looks too clear, like there's nothing there. Like when you're driving into... I keep going, look, I'm so used to going that way. Like when you drive into the light sometimes it looks great, because you can see that there is glass there. But too often it's just too clear. And the helmet view, where's that? Like this. Right, if you ever go in the open wheeler sort of helmet one, it's quite good because there's fogging down here where you breathe in. It's a bigger visor, fogging down here, and because there's dirt on it and stuff, it's quite immersive. This one, I mean, what helmet is this? I've had a lot of helmets in my life. And I mean, what good is this? You can't. Why is it that my view is just this? No helmet is like that. No helmet. You can see more than that. On every helmet I've got, I can see more than that. They need to open it up, but that's just from Project Cars 2, isn't it? I'm not allowed now. Alright, thank you. That's good to know. Well, that's pretty much as loud as it will get. The other thing is the seat. Can you hear my seat moving about a lot? Let me try and be noisy with it. I'm going to rock it from side to side quite a bit. Is that loud at all? I mean, I've messed with I messed with the noise gate and stuff like that, so the seat shouldn't activate it on its own. That went well. I had like 12 people in it when I started that server. Well, okay, I think it was the cropping or whatever that messed it up, but it still didn't work in AC at all, this OVR thing. Right, GT5. I quite like that car. You haven't got this yet, have you, this game? That's the other thing, actually. I'm watching the stream when I look up, so I'm actually slow on the uptake to chat. Oh, I've just had a thought. I can pop out the window. Don't even need to do that at all, do I? I take it any notifications that would pop up. The subscribers show up in chat window? Like if someone was to subscribe or whatever, would that show up in chat window? I don't know if it does. I don't think it does it? Who's that guy? Oh, so that doesn't really work. Well, I was fortunate enough that someone subscribed again. I'd want to say hello. That doesn't really work. I can just leave it like that. That's alright. Nothing wrong with that. But I can even make that full screen like that. Yeah, that's really small now. Yeah, I think so too. Is there not? There's no one come out with the perfect solution yet. If I knew how to code. There's a gap in the market for Perfect VR streaming solution. That's not bad like that, really. In fact, I could do with just making it a smidge bigger, and then I think that's quite good. I can do that by, because I never want to have to use these hitting the mic. You know, I never use these ones in the rig. I've just got to use them for this software. I was hoping I'd just start it up and it's there where it should be. I don't have to set it up every time I want to stream. Right, Windows settings. I don't know if I have to pin it or not. Make it a bit larger. How slow is the actual chat behind the stream chat? Seems like a big challenge to stream in VR. Oh, not a big gap. That's not a big gap at all. Oh, okay. Only like a few seconds. Oh, in that case, I will go back to having it full screen. Where's my mouse pointer gone? Oh, there it is. Back now full screen. A lot easier to read. Make it. Don't need it so big. Make it more transparent. Yeah, I know, but I guess because they're streaming it, it's their job, they stream for streaming. Whereas if and when I do it, you know, I want to enjoy what I'm doing, and the streaming side of it is just, you know, by the by sort of thing. But I'll be doing it just to enjoy the driving and stuff, really. So I don't want to not do it. I mean, it's horrible to drive in 2D. I can't drive. It's so much harder. I'm awful on 2D. Can't hit any apex. Right, there we go. Right. What was I saying? Yeah, if I click a button here and put some random background music on, how loud is this? Like if this was just left running. But I wouldn't leave it running while I'm driving, but lost the mouse pointer again. There it is. Come back. Gotcha. Refresh. Autodromer Yahoo Coach. What? Where's that? I didn't even know that was in the game. I never heard of that, have I? Was it usually known by another name? Jerez Standard. Hang on, I want to do it via Sprint Race, Donington. Jerez looks really good in this. It's a new track they've added. Looks real nice. I only really know it from the MotoGP. I don't really know it to drive around. Can't hear any background music. Well, you can't now. Yeah, well, if I can hear it, you should be able to hear it. That's interesting if you can't. Yeah, you should be able to hear on OBS. It's if I stop it. So it's registered in OBS. Or is it? Ah, hang on. That's strange. What if I do this? I'm just gonna put it really loud. Well, it's not really loud, but it's loud enough for me. What about now? It's actually really quite annoying music. Hear anything now? Hear any music now? Oh well, don't know why that is. How do I stop it? Ah, there we go. Got it now. Good level. Oh, really? Yeah, see. Well, how I had it when you couldn't hear it, I wouldn't want it any louder, because... yeah, I certainly wouldn't want it during the game. Well, I'll mess around with it at some point. Yeah, I don't want music when I'm in a game anyway. It's for my own purpose. Benefit I don't want. Let me just try something. What about if I put it... Just wonder if you can hear it now. Like in relation to... Not for in-game, but yeah, just for like... messing about with stuff. I've restarted the music. It sounds terrible at the start. It's just some free nonsense music. I could be getting on with loading up something here. Oh, you have to click the sort thing every time you refresh. Print race Donington. Good, alright, cheers, thank you. But as I said, yeah, I'll stop it now because I'm loading this up. Wasn't this the server I was just in? And suddenly there was no one in it, and then I got disconnected. The other thing, this game doesn't tell you. Like, I've already forgotten how long the actual race is, so I don't know how much fuel to have. And it doesn't tell you anywhere. Like, Project Cars 2, you could click go back to lobby and